Google just gave us a cleaner way to think about pages that get crawled but never indexed. The mistake is treating crawled, currently not indexed, like one single problem. It is not one problem. It is a triage queue. Welcome to SEO Francisco. I'm Francisco. I have more than 15 years in SEO, including more than 7 years as SEO lead at Shopify, more than 4 years at Pornhub, and hands-on work with multinationals through my agency, Growing Search. In this video, I'm going to show you when crawled, currently not indexed, is technical, when it is quality, and the exact audit workflow I would run before rewriting anything. Most teams see that status in GSC and immediately pick a favorite explanation. Maybe Google hates the content. Maybe the page needs more words. Maybe it is links. Maybe it is negative SEO. But that is guessing. The better move is to group the URLs first. Pull the excluded URLs from Search Console. Then separate them by template, page type, folder, canonical target, sitemap status, and internal links. You are looking for a pattern, not a dramatic story from one URL. Step 1 is technical access. Can Google crawl the page? Does the URL return a clean status code? Is robots.txt blocking it? Is there an accidental no index tag? Is the canonical pointing somewhere else? If any of those fail, you do not have a quality diagnosis yet. You have a technical issue. Step 2 is rendering and duplication. If the main content depends on JavaScript, compare the raw HTML with the rendered HTML. If the page is one of thousands of filter, tag, or location variants, check whether it is really different from the rest of the cluster. This is where a lot of indexing work gets boring but useful. Many pages are not rejected because Google dislikes the brand. They are skipped because they repeat another page, have weak internal links, point to a different preferred URL, or are hard to render. Now, if the technical checks are clean, the question changes. It is no longer, can Google index this? It becomes, why should Google index this? That is the part John Mueller was pointing at. Quality can affect crawling and indexing, but quality is more than the text. The full page matters. The user needs to reach the answer fast. The layout should not fight them. Ads, interstitials, filler, or heavy scripts should not get in the way. Does the page add anything original, or could anyone have written it? That last question is brutal, but it is the right one. AI content is not automatically the problem. Human-written filler can fail the same test. The real problem is commodity content with no proof, no point of view, and no reason to exist in the index. So here is the repeatable audit. First, export the affected URLs. Second, group them by template and intent. Third, rule out crawl, render, canonical, duplicate, and internal link problems. Fourth, score whether the remaining pages deserve the index. Do they answer the query? Do they add evidence? Do they help the user finish a task? Do they deserve to compete with the pages already ranking? Fifth, choose the right action. Improve the page if it has a real purpose. Consolidate it if another URL already does the job better. Use no index if it should exist for users but not search. Redirect the URL if it has no standalone reason to stay. And leave it alone if it is new and still moving through Google's normal process. Do not request indexing as a ritual. Request indexing after a real fix. Fixing the preferred URL is a real fix. A cleaner render path is a real fix. Better internal links can be a real fix. Original evidence and a better user path can be a real fix. 3 extra generic paragraphs are usually not a real fix. That is the difference between index coverage work and busy work. The full article on SEOfrancisco.com includes the cohort table, the quality checklist, and the Spanish version. I want to know what you see most in your own projects. When pages are crawled but not indexed, is it usually technical, duplicate, or quality? Leave that in the comments. If this helped, like the video, subscribe to SEO Francisco, and I will see you in the next one.